So yeah, you can tell guys how tall it is. It's very tall sitting here on the desk. And so a printer like this will definitely need its own space. So let's start here on the top. We can see we got the spool holder. This is where our filament will feed in from the spool. The whole body is metal construction. We got the logo on the front. This is where our remote comes out, or the controller, and it is fixed. And it's got this nice stretchy cord, and it's magnetized with this bracket. And by the way, this thing does move around. Show you guys here. If you just kind of push it around it, I guess it's kind of like on a ball. Yeah, you can face it anywhere you want. I do like how the controller here, you can just pick up and use it, you know, without having to look down or to the side or whatever. So that's kind of nice. And it does fit in your hand pretty well. So let's look at the bottom of the top. So there's quite a bit of venting there. We got the filament detector here with the extruder motor and assembly. Main wire coming down. And then another wire here going to the hot end. Also with the PTFE tubing. This wire here, actually, I just tucked into the channel. And it goes in the bottom base for the heated bed, and the power supplies down there. So we got linear rails on the 3 axes with these really heavy duty belts, and everything seems to be very well constructed. So this is actually some kind of composite here, but the channel and obviously the rails are all metal. And if we go down, we can see that we have adjusters here on the bottom. So there's like a bracket where the belt loops on. There's an idler pulley here. There's a bolt here with a knob that we can adjust the tension on the belts. And then we got this really interesting design on the arms with the spring that tensions them together. And it all comes down here to the hot end, which is a very cool design. Seems like quite clever with these springs here. So we already looked at the hot end, but yeah, it's a very nice, clean looking hot end with the dual parts cooling fans. So on mine, they seem to be pre-adjusted pretty good. They all seem to be the same tightness. And before you do adjust it, I think you have to loosen these bolts so the idler pulley can go up and down, and then you retighten them. So looking down, we got the build plate itself, and it's round, obviously, because this is a Delta printer. So the build plate is removable if you need to take it off. Secures with these 3 clamps. Let's go ahead and peel off the protector. And you guys can see we have the ultra base style dimples on the bed, which basically it's a coating that whenever it heats up, the filament really grabs to it, and when it cools off, it pops right off. So this makes it really convenient for printing. The only dangers of this is that whenever it cools off, let's say you lose power, there's a potential of the model popping off before you can resume it. But other than that, these coatings are really good. So right in the front of the printer, we got this nice little cubby box where you can put your spare parts and tools and things like that. I really like how they incorporated that. So going to the right side of the printer, we got our voltage selection here, and we're still on 230, so we need to change it to 115. So I'm just going to grab an Allen wrench and push it to 115. So make sure you check that before you power it on. And to the left side of the printer, we just have some venting here and our power socket with the on and off switch here. And looking from the front, going to the right side, it's clean here. We just have the extruder assembly. And from the front to the left side, we got some venting holes and also our USB connection to the computer. There's also a normal USB port there and also a micro SD card slot. So yeah guys, overall this is a pretty unique looking printer. It is a Delta printer, and I definitely love the size of it. Other than the fact that Delta printers, you know, are naturally tall, this is a really nice looking machine. And what's even more cool is the way it operates.